Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the combination of two really cool LRs, but I want to talk a little bit about their potential to fall off over time. So these are two LRs from the worldwide celebration. I think, before I go into it, obviously everything depends a lot on dupes, it depends a lot on link leveling, but the big thing that happens with a lot of units over time is naturally they get an issue with the start of events. Great example of this is the Fusion Zamasu, the AoE event, hit so hard that there were just so few units that could handle the very initial first phase that your reliability on a bunch of units became impaired. Now, for me, Fusion Zamasu and Goku Black both are still fine from a raw output standpoint. Yes, there will be a difference between a 55% and 100% unit, but I think firstly to talk about them as a pairing, they are really good. They share 5 crucial links. The one issue that I do see pop up, at least for into Goku Black, is his key generation alongside Zamasu. He's missing Fear and Faith. Fear and Faith being a very pivotal key link for him, and you need to get to that 18 key mark where he can kind of get that really good key +3, which pushes him to close out that 24 key. And the 24 key for him, not only from just a raw performance aspect, but realistically that additional super, defensively, it's all very important. Now, still, with all that being said, discussing obviously Goku Black, in terms of raw numbers, these guys are still up there. A very functional duo. You got Zamasu being a very good first sight unit for the majority, being able to hit nice, chunky, meaty attack stats, being able to do a lot. One thing I will say, the only caveat Zamasu really has is outside of the first couple turns. Remember, Zamasu as a unit functionally has 20% damage reduction for the first 4 turns. Okay, and then he has obviously his own 40% damage reduction. So he's rocking 60% damage reduction for those first 4 turns. His transformation is really how he copes with super hard hitting attacks for the next couple turns onwards. If he is able to transform, he becomes, invincible. Not only that, but he also gives the rest of his rotation, that's worldwide chaos, which includes obviously Goku Black, 60% defense. These type of things greatly change the functional performance of the two as a pairing. So Zamasu getting that transformation at the end of his max of his damage reduction, being able to gift 60% damage reduction to Goku Black, should keep them relatively strong for upcoming hard content. I know we've seen the 9th anniversary's content, obviously testing them out in the Kid Buu event. There are situations where they're not looking ideal. The Kid Buu event's a tough one for them because of Zamasu obviously having his attacks denied, which is a very big blow for him. But all in all, I will say that they look like they should last a solid enough time. Remember, a lot of the 9th anniversary content benefits from attack lowering and TEQ Zamasu attack lows, which is very pivotal, very important. And this should enable them both to still remain an incredibly good pairing overall. I think, for me, looking at them as a pairing, they serve each other quite well. What they might need, if you see what I'm running like Worldwide Chaos or something, is a little bit of support. The support takes the edge off of them a lot. For example, 2 key support greatly assists Goku Black, giving him essentially his Fear and Faith key link. An extra 30% or 40% defense for TEQ Zamasu will help his damage reduction reduce a lot of the chip damage he takes seemingly from these attacks. So it is definitely a situation where I would say, looking at the two of them as a pairing and looking at their functionality, I think they are both still going to be great. I think the caveat with them will be dupes soon. You're going to probably find that your 55% Zamasu isn't really holding his own like he used to. That's definitely one thing for sure. And I think as well, one thing that I will say to make them function well would be a good support. I know we have the physical Zamasu, who can definitely help out with that. We have Goku and Zamasu who can help out with that. Both of them are potentially helpful options, but who will also be negatively impacted by the 9th anniversary power creep. But I would genuinely say that this is still an incredibly fun pairing. I really like using them a lot. I think when you get it just right, like I think when you get all your timings just right, they are still an incredibly powerful, impactful pairing. Especially Zamasu from his nullification of defense and everything like that. I think it's really good. And then when you couple that with the fact that Zamasu can really pair up nicely with Int Goku and have a really good time feeding him that defense, and Int Goku can then kind of cater towards all the orbs that are left over, I think you can see a really good synergy between them. But with that being said, that is pretty much everything that we need to know. Honestly, really fun pairing to run, and I want to know what you guys think of them and how you feel they're aging.